Welcome to the North American Bear Center's live broadcast of Volunteer Week, National Volunteer Week. Appreciation time for us, right?
Yes, and let me put something very important down right here.
Oh, yeah, it's a white box.
Yeah, so everybody can watch it. Yeah, well, we'll talk about that in a little bit here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we wanted to say hi out there to everybody. Sorry about having twisted lips here. We're excited to be here. Gee, we haven't really gotten to broadcast since Give to the Max Day, and this is fun.
Right, but this is short compared to Give to the Max.
Short. And right now in Ely, Minnesota, we've got the sun shining, kind of filtered sun. It's fairly decent outside, and we're excited to be broadcasting inside because we had some outside situations. We were going to broadcast outside.
That was the plan, but yeah, better plans, you got to be flexible.
But we want to say hi to all the volunteers out there, and we want to say thank you. Thank you for volunteering.
Thank you for, no matter how you volunteer, whether you volunteer sitting at home, via your computer, social media, occasionally, a couple times a year, whatever, or many days, maybe here, feeding the bears, whatever. Doesn't matter what your capacity or how much you volunteer. It's the fact that
so true.
You just give of your time, because we know families are busy with all kinds of things. Yep, but you find ways to squeeze in some time for the mission of the North American Bear Center.
And it's so neat to be able to take the time to be able to do this. I know in years past we broadcast, sometimes every day, half hour or so a day. We chose to do this because we wanted to pack it up and have a lot of stuff in this little bit of time for the 2 days. And we are actually open now at the North American Bear Center.
Well, yes, it's April, and there is snow out there, but we are open, right?
We are. We opened last Friday for the first time, Friday and Saturdays, and I got to tell you, it's pretty exciting once we get to open the doors. It means we're going to start seeing people, and that is fun. And I'll tell you what, we may not see all you guys out there that are volunteering, but we feel it and we know it.
That's right, because right now there are people, volunteers, that are supporting this broadcast.
There are.
This broadcast.
There are. I mean,
yes.
You've got a list. I know you've got a list of groups. Did you bring that with you?
Well, let me check.
I know
my
you got
pocket.
a pocket list.
I got,
this is just touching base on groups. We know there's probably folks out there that weren't necessarily in groups, but have helped us out a lot, whether they be bear educators, you name it, moderators.
That's right.
Chatters, right?
Yeah, and I bet you, Scott, there's some people watching this either on our Facebook page live, which is the North American Bear Center Facebook page live, or over on bear.org, which is the North American Bear Center's website, bear.org, and it really you've done just a great job with that new website. It is
and it isn't me that's done the great job. I know you didn't mean it that way. We've got a great group of volunteers that have helped out with that, put countless hours into that
Absolutely.
website. And it's an exciting website, but what's coming with that website is what's going to be really neat.
So there are some people watching on our cams. We have cams for long-distance learning. That's what I call it, because you can sit at home anywhere in the world and watch our bears.
Isn't that neat?
It is, and we have volunteers that can move those cameras from anywhere in the world.
That's amazing.
You don't move the cameras, do you?
Who would have figured that they'd be moving them from all around the world, and we wouldn't even have to operate them here?
And, those of us that are on site, we work with those people during the summer.
Correct.
They follow our programs, and sometimes they tell us, hey, did you see Lucky in the tree? No, I didn't. So they'll text us or Facebook us or whatever. So social media has been a real asset to the North American Bear Center.
It sure has.
To get the word out. And with that said, we'll talk about some of these people that we don't see.
Let's go through that list.
You mentioned the bear educators, and those are the people that come here to volunteer to help with all our visitors, our groups, the kids, take care of the bears, take care of our critters. And you may see them on some of our cameras on the behind-the-scene tours.
Very true.
But then, the people that are moving them cameras are those, what I call pond chat moderators.
Yep.
Well, they move the cameras, but as moderators, that's a key word, moderator. It's family-friendly chat room. And that's important in today's world, to have a family-friendly chat room, and it's educational. Those moderators have a phenomenal library of videos and pictures, and they're very knowledgeable about black bears themselves. So you can get on there and ask a question.
Okay.
They're going to have an answer. Facebook mods. Now, that's Facebook, okay? You can ask questions on Facebook. Post things on Facebook. You can get answers on Facebook. And those are volunteer people doing that, okay? And again, they're all over the world. Yep.
All over the world.
And you don't even see all those questions that get asked. They just, when is the Bear Center open? They may ask it on Facebook, and there's a volunteer that checks that out and says, hey, they're open in April, Friday, Saturdays.
Yep.
Fundraising team.
Fundraising team, thank you.
Yep, that's exactly.
Thank you all the teams so far.
Yep, that's exactly what the fundraising team does, is fundraise and help us fundraise
and,
speakers.
They may not, and you may say, well, you only got this many fundraising events a year.
Yes.
But they're working long before them and long after them. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And then we have the Speakers Bureau.
Thank you, Speakers Bureau.
And what do? Well, they go out to various groups like church groups, school groups, community groups, could be a library even, and talk about the Bear Center.
Huh? How cool is that?
Yeah, and in most cases, the goal is to educate and also come on visit. We want them to visit. Then we've got the Bear Facts and Fun Group. That's really a fun group with just little...
Thank you, Bear Facts and Fun Group.
Yep, just little Bear Facts and Fun with a little picture and a little fact or maybe a myth.
Right.
That everybody believes, and it's just a myth and it's not the facts. So they set you square on that, and you can find that on Facebook pages. And the last group, and I just call it miscellaneous or administrative miscellaneous, those are, I don't want to say groups, it's usually just one or two people. And I made mention of this.
And thank you to that group.
Yeah, just one or two people. Casually, we need them for maybe a month or two of a year, and they can provide that time. Maybe a special event, something. Yeah, we need help for about 4 or 5 days here. Can you help us?
Need help for an hour, whatever.
Yeah. It depends upon the skills.
That's right.
And how do we know about the skills? Well, we have a volunteer application. And
that's true.
I know you people are volunteers. You can be on more than one team. You don't have to just be on one group. You can help us year-round if you want, if you've got the time.
That's true.
But if you're watching us today and, you've been kind of watching the Bear Center and wondering, I wonder if that's a fun group. We are a fun group, and that's one of those rewards that is kind of hard to kind of feel your way around. It's a fun place to be.
It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of laughs.
Yep.
With serious time.
Yeah, Yeah, when we're busy, we're all kind of busy, but you walk out the door saying, we were busy and people learned about bears.
And when we get the kudos from TripAdvisor or many of the other places that rate places to come to, and we continue to be number one as a place to visit in Ely, it's because of the volunteers. It's because all the people we've got, the intern programs.
Yeah.
But, stuff like that. And, we have a great group that gets our volunteers to come here. And by the way, just because I got to bring this up.
Oh, yes.
We have openings for volunteers at the North American Bear Center. Always ongoing, correct?
Absolutely. It's like, well, should I volunteer now? Well, first, do you want to join our bear family? I think that's, do you want to have fun? Do you want to help educate other people?
Do you want to help spread the mission?
Yep, and it doesn't mean you have to come here.
No, it doesn't.
A lot of people can't make it here for all kinds of reasons.
They may live a long ways away.
Yeah.
It's not a cheap trip.
No, it isn't.
I think there's some people that live 5,000-6,000 miles away.
Well, I've got some paperwork here that...
that's staying near around the other side of the world.
That's right, and you don't have to take my word for it about why people volunteer. Besides just education, you meet new people. But I want to read one or two of these.
I got one more thing to add before then. I'm
sure.
sorry. But, we forget about our volunteer groups that do fundraising for us that have events outside of the North American Bear Center. And they are volunteers.
Yes.
And I just want to mention them because sometimes you just tend to not intentionally forget about them, but they do such a hard job and work so hard, all of them, just like all the other volunteers do. But we tend to forget to mention them. We've got a fundraiser that goes way out in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
What's that one called?
Sturbridge.
What is it?
Well, Massachusetts. We'll just leave it at Massachusetts.
Okay, and the name of the event is Sturbridge?
Well, it used to be in Sturbridge. And I think
Sturbridge. Okay.
Yeah.
We got a fundraiser that goes on out there. We've got a fundraiser that goes on in Hinckley, Minnesota, and then every other year it goes down to Mystic Lake. That's a volunteer group that is a separate entity as far as nonprofit goes, but they're still volunteering to help the North American Bear Center. We've got the Lily Pad Picnic.
Right, that is in Ely, but still.
That's another group of people that are volunteering, working hard to get something set up to help the future of the North American Bear Center.
You know, and like the Lily Pad group, they're already doing some planning for that.
Absolutely. They're
already working hard.
This coming Saturday, we have the Hinckley event.
Yes.
Coming up this Saturday, which we'll be taking a drive down to, and you'll be taking a drive up to it. Absolutely.
Correct. And, you know, for people around the Hinckley area, or, you know, you feel like, hey, I'm not doing anything this weekend, that might be fun to go up there. You know, there'll be room if you don't worry.
Silent auctions, all kinds of things go on.
Absolutely.
Same thing at the Lily Pad Picnic, which, by the way, is their 10th year. They're having a 10-year celebration this year.
You know, and for those of you that don't know, that's July 18, 19, 20, and 21 here in Ely.
And we'll also be celebrating the formal 80th year birthday of Dr. Lynn Rogers and opening of two of our very, very nice new exhibits.
And if I remember correctly, you said that weekend, you know, we're going to need some volunteer help.
We are going to need some volunteer help.
The paid staff just isn't going to be enough. Good staff, but not enough.
Not a chance.
So for all you volunteers, this is just kind of telling them right now that we're going to be looking for some help on that weekend.
We got volunteer groups that come up here and do videoing. We got, and you know who you are. We got volunteer groups like Judy talked about, Miscellaneous. There's one of those.
Yeah.
Drives up to get videos so that they can get them out to you.
Yeah, and some people, yes. And, you know, I recruit volunteers, and I always say and that's really wrong.
Yeah.
Because I got another volunteer.
But you are a volunteer.
I am, but I have a volunteer help me. Yeah. And she's available in October and November of every year, but she's got other commitments. But, hey, it works.
She's there.
But she's there every year.
Yep, and there again, thank you, volunteers. If you're just tuning in, we are celebrating National Volunteer Week here at the North American Bear Center in Ely, Minnesota. We are proud to be able to stand here and say thank you to all of you for what you do. And I got to tell you, I know that we've got a nice surprise here. Judy, I think you have a few volunteers that wrote in what volunteering means most to them. Am I correct?
Yes, I do. You know, because you don't have to take my word for it.
Could we read a couple of those briefly?
Yep. And, you know, the names aren't important. It's really the content that's important. So I'm not going to embarrass anybody by reading their name.
Embarrass.
You caught that. All right. Here we go. I joined Ponchet and wanted to learn more. It was fascinating to see how Ted and Lucky and now Holly and Tasha mirror behavior of wild bears. It's interesting.
Nice.
Because I live across the big pond and many hours away, I soon asked to become a moderator to cover those evening and lunch hours.
Nice.
Being a Ponchet moderator has enriched my world. Although I'm almost 4,000 miles away from Ely, I feel totally a part of the Bear Center family. I've still not made it to Ely because that job just gets in the way, but I've met a whole group of Ponchatters and fans, and we have become great friends.
Isn't that neat? It's not just volunteering, it's fans and friendship. And I know that many have traveled to the North American Bear Center that are able to, and others are not able to make it here because of jobs and because of other commitments. Yeah. But you know what? You're still family. And volunteering here at the North American Bear Center, it's something we want to continue to nurture, truly nurture, as a family group of people who care about bears.
Absolutely.
And the mission of the North American Bear Center.
Yes.
Absolutely. So we have another one?
We got another one.
We got another one.
Well, this person watched our Bears for about 6 months. And then one day got all excited because this goes back a few years now.
Okay.
Because we've made some improvements. Excited when one of those bears walked by the old stationary pond cam.
Stationary pond cam.
The highlight was Ted on his preaching log. Okay,
nice.
Ted's sitting out there preaching.
We still got that preaching log.
We do. And next thing I knew, I'm a moderator for Bear Chat. Little did I know I would find a large family spanning the globe. And all these years later, I have a fabulous chat family, and it's growing, and I'm honored to be a part of the Bear Center.
Wow, thank you so much. Those are nice stories to hear. Yeah. Is there a chance you've got another one?
I got another.
I don't know how many you actually have, but
well, I'm just going to read one more.
Okay, one more.
This is just from a different group.
But it's nice to hear this.
Yeah, this person.
Volunteer,
a Speakers Bureau volunteer. Okay. What's best about being on the Speakers Bureau is I get out to the public, especially children, and engage them in outdoors, opening their eyes to begin to think independently. During the program, I try to instill the following. Don't believe everything you hear. Do your own research. There's plenty of resources out there, especially the North American Bear Center.
Wow, thank you so much for those words. It's words of encouragement, because if you weren't with us at our 11 o'clock broadcast, I think Dr. Lynn Rogers said, the encouraging things that all the volunteers help us with. They encourage us to move forward. Mm-hmm. They encourage us to go further.
Yeah, absolutely.
They come in with enthusiasm. They come in with ideas. They come in with... I can keep going and going and going. They email us with the same thing. They may call us. They may text me. They a number of different ways that they communicate with us to help us with ideas. And every now and then, or often, we tend to use some of those ideas. And they may not happen right away, but we do. But we, again, are broadcasting live from the North American Bear Center. Right now is a partly sunny day, and I guess it's starting to cloud up a little bit, which makes me want to ask you if you've got another one yet.
I have one more. I think.
Now, why does partly cloudy have to do with maybe asking her if she's got another one? Because I just thought I'd throw that in.
Yep. Well, here's another one from another different group. A different group. Because I just wanted to get some different perspectives on.
Does it say where they're from?
Well, this one, a couple hours away.
Couple hours away.
Which is close.
Compared to many.
This is just the greatest experience all the way around. It's supporting a great cause, helping folks understand the true nature of black bears, supporting Dr. Rogers' dream of a world-class facility, and helping in his endeavor.
Wow.
The side kicker is, on the side, I get to meet some great people, meet new friends, and I even continue to learn about bears. Being a volunteer is fabulous.
So why should you volunteer for the North American Bear Center? Because it matters. Why should you volunteer for the North American Bear Center? Because we appreciate it and we care. Why should we volunteer for the North American Bear Center? Why not?
That's right. Why not? I mean, absolutely. Why not? We've got volunteers of all kinds of walks of life. Some are working full time and can only volunteer maybe on weekends, but that's okay. Then we've got some that are semi-retired, some retired.
So true.
And, we've got every walk of life. All age groups, that's right. And I find when some new volunteers come here, they start talking, and they start talking about bears, and all of a sudden it's like we're best friends.
Nice. But, it wouldn't be Volunteer Week if we didn't have some prizes. Now, in appreciation of Volunteer Week, we like to give back a little bit. We know that nobody's asking for anything. We know how that works. It's always like trying to find a needle in a haystack or pull hairs to get somebody to take something from the Bear Center. But a little bit of appreciation back to you. We're going to do a drawing on the first 5 prizes today, which will be 10th place through 6th place. Tomorrow, we're going to draw 5th place through the grand prize. Now, a little bit of info for you. if you win today, your name will be taken out for the next 4 drawings tomorrow, but everybody will go back in for the grand prize. So, simple put, if you win today, you're still in the grand prize drawing at the end. Now, one little thing to make note on. We live in Ely, Minnesota. We live up in the north, and we've got some weather coming.
That's right.
And the National Weather Service and other local services are saying roughly anywhere from 8 to 16 inches of snow with 45 to 50 mile-an-hour winds starting tomorrow morning. So much that Judy, our volunteer, is headed back this evening to her home, which is down south, where it's already starting, correct?
Yeah, it's already snowing down there.
We're going to be sad to see her not be here tomorrow, possibly. But bigger things are that if this weather does come, we may not be able to broadcast until next Monday.
But you will.
You know, and we will broadcast, we will give away the prizes, but it would be if we have an alternative date and we can't get to the Bear Center tomorrow from our homes safely, we would have to reschedule tomorrow's broadcast to Monday. Same times, same Ely times, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time and 1 o'clock Central Time Ely. Okay? So keep watch on Facebook, keep watch on our website if that would change. We will let you know in advance. But with the weather that's coming or the weather they're forecasting right now, it could be very interesting, couldn't it?
It could. And, you know, I was remembering my trip up here last year. Coming up was fine, but I remember when I went home, it took me a little bit longer than I wanted. Yeah. Unfortunately, it was the same thing, although not quite to what they're saying today.
Predicting an awful lot today, and, you know, is it going to set us back for a few days with the Bears coming out more and having some action around? Yeah, it could, but we're supposed to be in the 45, 50-degree range next week, so we'll be back to having the melt so we can start the pond. But right now, we're going to do the 10th place drawing, and I'm going to go into my pocket.
Oh, he's got some notes in his pocket.
What our 10th place drawing is. It is a DVD combo pack, but I'm going to call on Spencer. If he can hear me right now, I'm sure he's in the office sitting with Heidi, and he'll be coming out here in just a minute. He has been involved in our Give to the Max. He works here. He appreciates volunteers like crazy, and he's going to do the drawing. How does that sound?
I think that's great.
So if we can get Spencer, that would be appreciated if he's there. And Judy, all the names that we've got from active volunteers are in here, correct?
Absolutely.
And
I'm shaking it up.
One more time. They get drawn for 10th place win today. Their name goes back into the box for the grand prize drawing.
Right.
At the end of this.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah. So whoever wins the 10th place can't win the 9th and 8th and 7th place.
But they can win the grand prize.
But they can win the grand. But are we going to talk about the grand prize? Are we just going to keep that? I don't know.
Okay, I guess Spencer's outside, so we're going to call on Karina. And for those of you who don't know Karina, could you come over here, please, and do a drawing for us? Karina helps us. Actually, she does the Facebook promotions for us. And what else is there, social media-wise?
All kinds of social media. We're also on Instagram now, as of a couple months ago.
And it's so nice that she would come on and do this for us. She's always willing to help out, and this wasn't planned. But you know what? You can put your hand in there and get us the first name, right?
Yeah, but now you can't look because you might see a name.
And you know this is for Volunteer Week, right? Okay, she knows that.
Okay.
Okay.
And only one.
And let's just slide over this way, Judy. You're halfway cut off the TV screen. We keep moving over.
Just one.
And here we go. 10th place winner is Nancy Kraus. Nancy Kraus.
Yes.
Hey, Nancy, you won a DVD combo pack. Congratulations.
Long-time volunteer, too.
And I think her husband volunteers also.
Yes, Glenn.
And we're going to go to our 9th place drawing. Now, this is pretty cool. This is a coffee basket. Now, it's not just coffee.
Ooh.
It's a basket full of goodies. And yes, we'll ship them to you anywhere in the
world.
And Karina is going to draw this one. Here we go, 9th place winner. This is getting, I'm getting just...
Drum roll.
Scott Edgett. Oh, guess not.
No, I know.
Charlie Paulson.
Woo.
Charlie Paulson.
Woo.
Wow. Hey.
Coffee
How you feeling
Charlie.
about that,
Yeah,
Charlie? I wonder who's going to drink that coffee.
I don't know, but I tell you, you've got some really good coffee.
And Karina, now we're going to bring on Spencer.
Are we?
And thank you so much for helping us. Anything you want to say to the volunteers out there?
We just really appreciate all that you guys do. I've only been here for a little while, but it's a really great organization. And, yeah, thanks for having me on.
Thank you. She actually got here about 8 o'clock, so she's been here a while. I'm just kidding. But now we're going to have Spencer, who is what's his alias?
Bouncing Bear.
Bouncing Bear.
Yeah, he knows Bouncing Bear really
Spencer's
well.
coming here right now. Some people know him as Petey, but we no longer call him that. His name is really Spencer. And we found out once Spencer got engaged that Petey got engaged, he became Spencer. So, Spencer, come on over here. It's Volunteer Week, Spence.
Oh, yeah. Good to be here.
Huh?
Good to be here.
Do you remember anything that had to do with Bouncing Bear during the Give That a Max?
I don't recall. No.
Yeah, I don't think you weren't in that costume. No way, you're too tall. Anyway, you couldn't see your eyes, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we don't know who he was. But anyway, we are here for Volunteer Week. Isn't that cool?
It is.
And do you want to tell them all?
Oh, it's very cool. I mean, I'm sure you guys have said quite a lot, but I know firsthand that when I have volunteers here and we're running programs, it makes it way, way easier on me. And the volunteers we have, they're very well educated and they know all the stuff that Dr. Lynn Rogers has worked on and all the research in here. So it makes my job quite easier when they can help out and help me run the programs because they do a fantastic job for us.
Well spoken. And now we're going to do 8th place. And what is 8th place? Can you see that right there?
I can. A $50 gift card.
$50 store gift card.
Okay, now you can't look.
All right.
That includes shipping. So in other words, you spend $50 and we ship it for free.
Now wait a minute.
Yep.
Okay, you get $50
to spend in the store.
And I live in France.
We send it to France.
My gosh.
Free. Yeah. You betcha.
That's
get over here. We're creeping over again.
Anywhere in the world. Okay. We're creeping. Okay.
We keep creeping over to that side. Sorry, folks. Okay, so we're going to get that. You're going to draw for that $50 gift card.
Just one. And you can't look at it until Don't look. Yeah.
Yeah. Roll your eyes.
All right, I got it.
He's got it.
Becky Hollis.
Becky Hollis. Becky, you're a winner.
Boy, she's a ways away, but she is in the USA,
yep.
I think.
Becky's, it doesn't matter. It's all good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Becky, for volunteering. You won 8th place. Now we go to 7th place. What is it?
Seventh place is another $50 gift card with free shipping.
Another $50 gift card with free shipping. Here we go. Drum roll. Look the other way. Look up. Yep. Okay. Here we go. I think it's a secret.
Is it?
No.
All right. With this one we have Jim Buck Rogers.
Jim Buck Rogers.
Yes.
Is that Buck?
It is.
Or Jim?
Well, he goes by Buck Rogers, but his real first name is Jim.
So the buck stops here with Jim.
Something like that.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Real good. You won $50 that you can spend in our gift shop, and you can go online and spend that, but we'll be sending you a certificate for it.
But, I got to ask you something before.
Just saying?
Yeah. Volunteers get a little discount at the gift shop, too, don't they?
When you're a volunteer here, you do get some great perks. Do you not?
Well,
like free membership for that person?
Yeah. So I mean, if these people who are winning $50, you can actually spend a little bit more because you get that little discount.
Because you get your little discount. Remember?
You get that discount in
there.
Yeah.
You get your little discount and you get free membership. Remember?
Absolutely, for the whole year.
Remember, you're a member.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah. All right.
So now we're going to do sixth place. Sixth place is a fun place.
Is it?
Isn't it?
Sixth place is a very fun place, and it looks like the prize is one large gift basket.
A large picnic basket. Basket. For those of you who don't know, that was Boo Boo and Yogi, right?
Right.
Okay, Boo Boo. Anyway, here we go. We're drawing for the large gift basket. And you ain't going to know what it is till you receive it. Here we go.
Lisa Wagner.
Lisa Wagner?
Oh, yeah.
Is that Lisa Wagner?
Yeah, she's
Lisa Wagner.
And I think she's in Minnesota.
Who is she?
She's in Minnesota.
What's her name?
Lisa Wagner.
Lisa Wagner. Congratulations. Now, that was our first 10th through 6th place.
Yes.
Winners.
Those are the winners.
Wait till you see 5th through grand prize. Coming to you shortly tomorrow, correct?
We hope tomorrow.
We hope tomorrow. With the weather, we're not sure, are we?
Yeah, that storm's already hitting southern Minnesota, but it's creeping its way up here, so we'll see what happens tomorrow.
We're used to that kind of weather up here, so it is what it is. I suppose I could always jump on the dog sled and come up, right?
Yeah, there you go. That'll get you into town quick.
Quick? I don't know, but we'd be here. But anyway, we are so excited to have this event. We're excited to be able to broadcast live, and we really thank all you out there for tuning in, correct?
Absolutely.
And please stay tuned for tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Go to the website, look on Facebook to get updates of our weather forecast and what we're going to be experiencing. And again, if it's not, we'll post the date, which will be this coming Monday, and same times, same channel, right?
Same.
I wanted to say same bat channel, but that ages me. But anyway, thanks so much. Thanks all the people out there that are helping us today. I know Dr. Lynn Rogers would want to say thank you very much. He was here at the 11 o'clock broadcast, which will be replayed on Facebook. And this one will also be replayed, too. So if you didn't see your prize that you won, or you don't know who the winner are, you can check back later and see, right?
And you know, if you want your friends or family to know a little bit about us and what it means to be a volunteer, show them one of these videos or play back the Facebook Live.
Please. And like Judy said earlier, go to our our webpage, and please look on there. It's been updated. Purchasing on the store is now smooth. We've got it working really well, and we thank everybody for tuning in. And until tomorrow or possibly Monday, have a great rest of the day, and thank you for volunteering. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.